There's a massive and honestly pretty urgent gap widening in the tech space right now. On one side, you have people who are just casually chatting with AI, right? They're typing in generic prompts, getting totally unpredictable results, and basically treating these massive models like, well, like advanced search engines. But on the other side, you have the builders. These folks are constructing automated AI systems, deploying agents, and turning one-off chats into totally dependable pipelines. And the gap between these two groups is growing at light speed. Now, the good news is you don't need some massive enterprise budget to cross over to the system building side, but you absolutely do need the right foundation. And that foundational layer starts right here with OmniRoute. So let's look at a problem pretty much everyone building with AI runs into. You want to use multiple models, right? Maybe Claude for the deep reasoning, some other model for cheap, bulky tasks, and another one specifically for coding. But every provider has its own API, its own weird quirks, its own rate limits. Honestly, it's a logistical nightmare. Well, OmniRoute solves this in one move. It's a free MIT-licensed AI gateway that gives you a single, unified endpoint connecting to over 340 providers and more than 1,200 models. With literally one line of code, just importing the gateway, you suddenly have access to almost the entire AI ecosystem in one place. But here's the part that really matters for the why of your day-to-day workflow. OmniRoute has this feature called quota-aware auto fallback. Just imagine you're running an automated content pipeline that calls an AI, say, dozens of times a day. Instead of your whole system crashing and throwing red errors just because one provider has a random outage or hits a rate limit, OmniRoute silently and automatically reroutes your request to a backup model. Your pipeline literally never stops. And on top of that, it uses these compression techniques, RTK and Caveman, that can cut your token usage by 15 to up to 95%. When you're running workflows at scale, cutting token usage by 95%, that is real money saved. Plus, it plugs right into the tools we already use, like Claude Code, Cursor, and Copilot.
Now, once you've got your model access totally streamlined, the next big question is, what do you actually do with all that horsepower? This is where things get incredibly interesting. Because this next tool isn't about writing emails or generating content, it's about making sense of the entire world in real time. This is WorldMonitor, basically your personal global intelligence dashboard. Think of it as a live situation room right on your screen. It pulls together a unified interface tracking global events, from cybersecurity incidents to economic policy shifts, and maps it all out on a live heat map. If you're an analyst or a researcher, instead of manually jumping between news sites or, doom scrolling through social media, you get one single dashboard showing you exactly what is escalating in the world right now.
Global awareness is super powerful, but let's shift gears to a tool built specifically for the security side of the house. Check out this slick, metallic command center setup. This is Reverse Skill. It's an AI-powered routing pack designed specifically for reverse engineering, authorized penetration testing, and security research. The whole concept here is intelligent routing. It hooks an AI assistant layer directly into the industry-standard security tools that professionals already rely on. Now, the absolute keyword here is authorized, okay? This is a toolkit built strictly for security pros who are permitted to test and harden systems. A consultant can use this to absolutely blitz through highly repetitive analysis tasks, letting the AI handle the boring grunt work while the human focuses entirely on the complex judgment calls.
From security, let's pivot to something that pretty much every creator and founder cares deeply about: visibility. If you've ever looked at the monthly price tag on enterprise search tools like Semrush or Ahrefs and just winced, OpenSEO is for you. It's an open-source alternative built specifically for developers and founders who want serious SEO analysis without that enterprise subscription lock-in. You get organic traffic tracking, keyword position monitoring, and visibility insights. The practical why here is just massive for small teams. SEO tools are notoriously expensive, right? And those costs add up so fast. Having an open-source option means you actually own your data. You can self-host it, and you can track exactly which of your keywords are climbing without paying a hefty monthly fee for the privilege. Now, what's really interesting about this breakdown right here is it perfectly illustrates the sheer versatility of the open-source AI community today. We just looked at three totally different domains. WorldMonitor serves analysts with real-time global intel, Reverse Skill serves authorized security pros with intelligent analysis routing, and OpenSEO gives founders those crucial search visibility insights. They all leverage AI, sure, but they apply it with surgical precision to solve highly specific, industry-level problems. These aren't just generic chatbots, they're purpose-built workflow engines.
Section 2. The Skill Factory. Mastering Claude's advanced skills. This is where we move away from basic prompting entirely.
So the crucial point is understanding what an AI skill actually is in this context. Take a look at the skills directory. Instead of typing out a long generic paragraph every single time you need your AI to, say, review some code or refactor a function, you load a pre-configured YAML or JSON workflow. Think code reviewer, refactorer, or test writer. Generic prompts? They give you inconsistent results, but a reusable skill gives you the exact same high-quality output every single time, because the instructions are already dialed in. It literally turns your AI from a random, one-off assistant into a dependable team member. You just invoke that code reviewer skill directly in your terminal, and Claude applies the exact same rigorous standard to every single pull request, zero shot.
Actually, speaking of turning things into reusable knowledge, let's look at the book-to-skill workflow, because this is genuinely brilliant. Book-to-skill takes any technical PDF and converts it directly into a Claude code skill. So step 1, you feed it a heavy technical book, like a system design interview guide. Step 2, it breaks that down and converts the material into agent-usable knowledge. Step 3, your AI agent pulls from it directly, in context, exactly when you need it. Why is this such a big deal? Because your AI basically becomes a study partner that has actually read the textbook. If you feed it a clean code handbook when you're architecting your next service, Claude will reference the specific principles from that exact book in its architectural suggestions. It's wild.
Let's move to Orca and see how this builds into something even larger. We've talked about individual skills, but now let's scale that up to an entire fleet of AI agents working simultaneously. This is Orca. Orca is an AGD, an agentic development environment. It's built specifically for running multiple coding agents at the same time, all working on different parts of the same project. It runs on your own subscription, and you can use it across your devices, mobile, or even remote servers.
And this perfectly highlights the massive advantage here: speed through parallelization. Just picture this happening in your workspace right now. You have Agent 1 actively scanning your code base to get context. At the exact same time, Agent 2 is implementing a new feature based on your specs. Simultaneously, Agent 3 is writing the test to protect that feature. And Agent 4? It's in a totally different directory refactoring some legacy code to improve performance. Instead of one AI trudging through tasks sequentially, you are running a small synchronized development team all at once. This completely changes the pacing of software development, cutting your cycle times down dramatically.
Let's pivot slightly and close out the technical tools with something built not just for developers, but for continuous learners. DeepTutor flips the script from coding workflows to education. You know how most AI tutors today basically reset every time you open a new chat? You're a stranger every time. DeepTutor's whole premise is continuity. It's a lifelong, personalized tutoring system that builds a massive knowledge graph around you. It remembers your strengths, tracks your progress across subjects like math or Python, and actively builds a study plan based on where you actually are in your learning journey. Honestly, it marks the definitive end of the amnesic Q&A bot era.
Keeping the energy up, we've got a quick bonus round. These are trending open source repositories that are just exploding right now and are absolutely worth your time. First, Awesome Self-Hosted, a massive, curated list of web apps you can host entirely yourself. Then there's shadcn/UI, which gives you these beautifully designed, accessible UI components that most front-end developers are practically living in right now. And of course, LangChain, the framework powering so many of these context-aware AI applications we've talked about. The community is shipping at an unbelievable rate right now. It's so fun to watch.
So, zooming out and looking at the whole shebang, here is the complete toolkit we've covered today. OmniRoute, WorldMonitor, Reverse Skill, OpenSEO, the Super Practical Skills Directory, Book2Skill, Orca, and DeepTutor. The absolute most important thing to take away from this explainer is that building automated, powerful systems with AI no longer requires a massive enterprise budget. You don't even need a computer science degree. All it really requires is curiosity, a willingness to tinker, and the discipline to actually plug these free tools into your day-to-day workflow.
Which brings us to our big picture final thought. The people who are going to dominate the next few years aren't necessarily the ones who simply know the most random facts about AI. They're the ones who consistently use it in their real practical workflows. So here's my challenge to you. Are you going to just bookmark this explainer, file it away, and forget about it? Or will you pick just one of these tools, maybe set up a reusable skill for your coding agent, or finally spin up that open source SEO tracker and actually build something with it today?